This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I am joined by Mark Tibbs here in Saudi Arabia. Mark, it's good to see you. How you doing?
Lovely, Andy. Good to see you, mate. It's been a little while, hasn't it?
It's been a while since we saw each other in person. We've obviously done a few Zooms over the last X amount of months, but it's good to see you in person. You're looking well.
Thank you. Enjoying this lovely setup that was a good do last night. We went to we had a meal on them aeroplanes in that it was really lovely. It was like a bit like Vegas now. Trying to make it into a Vegas over it. It was lovely. Yeah.
Sounds like it was a good time for yourself and the team, and obviously you're charged Johnny Fisher ending the year with a big fight with Dave Allen. Mark, for you, what does this fight pose in terms of the threats and the dangers to Johnny? Because a few people for a while now have said they'd like to see Dave Allen sail off into the sunset and leave the sport. He's had some tough fights along the way. So for you guys, what do you still see in terms of a threat that Dave Allen brings?
Well, Dave is a natural fighter. Yeah, he can read a fight really well, because of the experience he's had. He can slip, he can feint, and cause some reaction from Johnny. But but we're trained. Johnny's trained, and it's been instilled into him, and we've got a game plan. Yeah.
What are you hoping to see from him in terms of the developments in this fight? Are you hoping he gets a few more rounds under his belt, as opposed to, say, go out there and it wouldn't be an easy task? We know Dave's a very tough man, a very durable man, but maybe having that early finish, or would you like to see him go into those later rounds just to get that experience under his belt?
Do you know what, Andy? I just want to see Johnny win in the best possible fashion. Pretty tidy, want him to be tidy and neat and balanced, and take less as punishment as possible, but give it as well. Give out punishment. Set it up. Yeah, that's what we train to do.
We obviously know you've worked with heavyweights throughout your career, but with Johnny himself, you had a very raw version of Johnny Fisher when he first came to you. What's been the most pleasing thing about his development along the way?
Well, talking to you guys, and you ain't said it yourself, but everyone I speak to is saying how well Johnny's looking, and so it's really lovely to hear when boxing guys and boxing media say how well he's coming on, and how polished he looks, and you would never have thought he was as raw as he was. So that's very pleasing for myself when I hear that. Yeah.
Certainly, I can vouch for that. He's looked very good, especially with that Alan Babbage victory. I don't think many people expected a one-round blowout.
No, but didn't myself.
Here we are, and a performance like that, you come to Saudi, if he gets another successful night under his belt, a victory then, back-to-back victories against two well-known names, you then start to look at the more established names, certainly on the domestic scene, who are currently operating. Do you look then at the David Adelays of the world, the Fraser Clarks of the world? Would you be happy for those types of fights next up?
Well, I've heard a couple of names, and I've got a couple that come to mind. But do you know what, Andy? I don't think it's it's not wise for me to mention these names until Johnny's dealt with Dave. I've got a couple on the list, and pending on how our fight goes Saturday, in the fashion, I'll be only too happy to talk to people like yourself about who I think Johnny could fight next. Yeah.
Can I at least ask if they're domestic names you're considering?
Domestic names, yes.
Okay. Away from that perspective, and just with Johnny and the fight with Dave, what do you remember about their rounds together in sparring, that is?
Andy, do you know what? I wasn't involved with Johnny at that particular time. Johnny was, I believe, he was an amateur fighter still. I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Because he wasn't licensed.
But has he spoken to you about them and taken knowledge from that going into this fight?
Yeah, yes. He says Dave, give him a little bit of working over, to tell the truth. Yeah. So, but Sam Jones, that was looking after him at the time, says, he talks about his heart and his, how strong and all I know already is. So he speaks about that. But no, I wasn't involved with Johnny at that particular time when he was an amateur fighter sparring with Dave Allen. No.
Just away from all things, Mr. Johnny Fisher, get your thoughts on a few of things.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep with the theme of Johnny. There's one other heavyweight fight which he's had his name linked to in Moses Itauma and Dempsey McKean. How far away do you feel like a Johnny and Moses fight is? I know you're saying you don't want to look beyond Saturday, but that doesn't seem to be one which is in the near future. So how far down the line do you think it might be till you used to see that?
Do you know what, Andy? It's difficult for me to say because, you know, when prospects like Moses and Johnny and all them other prospects, as they're going up, they're going to have to fight each other at the end of the day. So it will be when it will be. You know what I mean? And when it will be, it will make sense. If that makes sense.
It does indeed, Mark. Just to get your thoughts as well on the main event on Saturday, Usyk-Fury 2. It's again dividing opinion as to how people see it playing out. Will it be a repeat? Will it be a revenge? Which side of the fence are you sitting on?
Tyson Fury win, and yeah, I think, or I'm hoping, I believe Tyson Fury will get the win. Yeah.
How do you think he will defeat Alexander
Well,
Usyk?
I think I believe he's got to be more offensive, more front-footy, a bit manhandly, if that makes sense. And you know what I mean by that? It might look a little bit untidy at times, but
you want him to time up, use his body weight.
Yeah,
on Alexander.
a bit like what he did to Wilder in the second, you know, in the second and third fight. So I think he's got to do that offensive approach and not stand off and, oh yeah, I'm faster than you. I'm you know, my IQ's better than you. No, get hold of him. Get hold of him. Yeah. I think and I believe he'll be victorious. Yeah.
Mark, we saw your old charge Dillian Whyte return a couple of nights ago against Mr. Tete. Didn't necessarily set the world alight with that performance. Got the victory, which was the most important thing. Did you watch that fight? Did you see his performance at all?
No, I've seen the highlights, Andy. I've seen the highlights, and yeah, that's all I've seen. I've seen the highlights. I want to find time to watch it while I'm here. Yeah.
On the theme of Dillian Whyte, then, where do you think he does go to next? I've seen a lot of people suggest, say, if Derek Chisora defeated Otto Wallin, it might make sense for them to have a trilogy bout.
See how Johnny gets on Saturday night. Johnny and Dillian would be a good fight, wouldn't it?
Would you be happy for that fight then?
I said I wouldn't talk about it until Johnny's had Saturday night away. But I think Dillian and Derek, there's a fight there for a third one, is there not?
There could be, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah. British dinger. Is Derek still fighting?
He's got a fight with Otto Wallin next year.
Oh wow, Southpaw, right?
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Not the type of fight people were imagining, because at the time there was a lot of talk about Chisora and Miller, which might have been a bit more of a fan-friendly fight, if you will. Otto Wallin, not somebody who's known for getting stuck into his opponent and trading off with them. So a match-up, how do you see playing out?
I'm not sure I want to watch it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. You know, I don't know if it's a fight. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't know if it's a fight for me. I don't know. I don't think it is. I'll tell you, I'm going to be straight with you.
That's fair enough, Mark. On the theme of heavyweights, though.
I probably will watch it though.
Yeah, we all will at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the theme of heavyweights, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, a fantastic matchup.
Brilliant.
But before we come on to that, I just want to get your thoughts on the success Don Charles has had with him. I know somebody you've had a good relationship with over the years. You've seen him working with those heavyweights down south. How much credit does he deserve for this chapter in Daniel's career?
Well, Don's really got in Daniel's head 1,000,000%, because that's all that was missing. And so he's climbed in the head of Daniel's. He's done something. Whatever he's done, keep doing it, because he's on the up. He's on the rise. And the strategy he put in place for Anthony Joshua that night was amazing, incredible.
How much of a shock was that to you?
Yeah, it was. I never thought he'd win, to tell the truth, and it was a shock. But I know how hard he works and what it means to him. You know what I mean? What it means to him. So, yeah, it's credit to Don and Daniel for putting in the work and getting results like that. And the fight between Daniel and Joe Parker What a fight. I can't pick the winner because look how Parker's been performing. Look how he's been performing. Amazing. Blew away Wilder. That's how you blow Wilder away. A lot lighter, you know, obviously a big banger, but if you push Wilder on his heels, he ain't going to throw nothing. And he couldn't, could he? Threw the bloody kitchen sink at him. And what a performance. And against Zhang, I felt sorry for him. I wanted to cry for him against Zhang. He got through it. I don't know how he got through it. So Parker, what a fighter he is. He's turning into. And so Parker and Daniel. I got to go with Daniel, the younger guy, and straight shooter, and because of where his brain is right now, it's on the up. But it's a tough fight. I can't really pick the winner. I'm going with Daniel because he's he's a Brit, fellow Brit, but it's a good fight. I like both them fighters. They're both good fellas, and I like that fight.
The heavyweight division itself, it's certainly opening up at the minute, Mark. You've obviously got Alexander, Tyson, Joe Parker, AJ, in terms of leading the way, but all of them coming towards the final years and chapters of their careers. Do you look at it with the likes of, we mentioned Moses, you've mentioned Johnny, amongst others, and Daniel currently ruling the scene. He's not even 30 yet. Some big names coming through there who will eventually take over the crown.
Yeah. Who will eventually take over the crown? Johnny Fisher. Watch this space.
Perfectly way to end back then, Mark. I'll leave you to go catch up with the team. I appreciate your time and good luck on Saturday night.
Lovely, Andy. Good man, mate.